Yeah, sorry about that,
Yep,
guys.
yep.
So we're doing live post game reaction. Try to get you guys thoughts if you're listening. I want to try to get this going while people are either driving home or can kind of give their thoughts while everyone's angry, which everyone is. So, yeah, I'm wearing red and gray because Ohio State owns us, and therefore they kind of own this podcast. So, yeah, what else can I say, man? They own us. So, I mean, yeah, I'm wearing red. So, I mean, it is what it is.
But
The
unfortunate thing about this, dude, is we just have to figure out. I know it's James Franklin's fault because that's what everyone goes to. The first thing everyone goes to. He is the leader. He is our coach. He's supposed to get us all ready, and it doesn't occur. So it's like, I understand that is the problem, but we also have to know what is the problem, because there's something else that is going on when it comes to us playing Ohio State. There just has to be. It just simply can't be coaching. Can't be. I really don't want to hear any other
Hold on, Jared.
Everyone just can't show up. Anybody playing like that, I don't get it. Like, Tyler Warren was completely AWOL. Like, I don't know where he was, like, for most of this game. I don't understand why we constantly just got bad calls. Like, we just got so many bad calls. I mean, the one with, can't say his name, number 9.
For Penn State?
For the unsportsmanlike conduct, yes. We had him down, fourth down, and they had the unsportsmanlike conduct because did he step on the guy? I don't remember seeing that when they did the replay.
It was, well, I'll just say this, man. Hey, Jared, kick yourself out again real quick and come back on. You're just a little crackly, and then you should be good, all right?
Okay, bud.
All right, guys. Bear with us. We already got comments. Terrible. That's my reaction. Sorry about the F. That's all right. We all feel that way. All right, Jared. You can hear me okay, right?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah. It's a little crackly, but that's okay.
Okay. Well, our podcast is going just like how this game is going.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that was Elliot Washington. Overall, like, that was an unnecessary flag. I mean, it wasn't really taunting. I mean, the refs were horrible, but I said that going into the game, man. Like, we're not going to get calls. They're going to get calls against us. I mean, they overturned that fumble. I mean, that's that's so bad. I mean, the game was a joke overall. Like, the refs were terrible. The play calling was terrible. I mean, like I said, we're not going to get calls our way, so I'm not even going to, I don't even really care about that. I know you can say something about it, but I don't even really care about that because I knew that wasn't going to happen. Penn State just needs to win at the end of the day, and I mean, the overturned fumble, the taunting, it was so bad, and we were getting held the whole game. I mean, at the end of the day, Ohio State won on the road. They were down 10-0 and they won. Like, that is that's a joke, man. Like, I can't help but laugh. I was messaging Brett, and he said that I kept sending him laughing emojis. He said it was making him mad, and I understand, but I can't. That's all I can do, man. I can just laugh. It was a joke. I mean, we were first and goal, and we don't score. Like, that is a joke, man. Like, that's so bad.
That is the one thing I can say about Penn State that is on us, in the sense, we did everything we could to kind of keep in this game, but we were constantly getting yanked back by the refs. It was a lot, dude. It's a lot to digest when it's clear that one team was getting favored by the officiating. But, like you said, you have 4 opportunities to go 9 feet, 3 yards, 9 feet, and they just refused to punch it in. Like, I don't know what else to say about it, and it's not that you look at the quarterback competition between Will Howard and Drew Aller. Again, you had the first series for Ohio State be a pick six, and you were up 10-0, and you had the home crowd. How do you not sustain any kind of momentum? That next series against Ohio State, oh my God, dude. It was abysmal to watch that. 20, 30-yard catches, and it was like they went down the field in like 2 minutes. Like, just went down and scored. Because, again, it's just like, where was the defense? Like, all these different things that go down to why games just do not find any which way to go right. It doesn't. I'm not saying that you're basically scripted for it to go the other way, but it certainly makes you wonder, how many times can Ohio State somehow do this? They are never, ever in a position to be down or to be the worst team. Like, we are constantly finding every which way to get them big plays. Somehow the holes are there because there's holding, because no one's calling them. Like, there was a lot of things that went down today that went their way and not ours. And again, that's really what it comes down to. And now, the only thing that's keeping me from basically just ripping the dang jersey off and throwing everything out is basically they extended the playoffs. There's a very possibility that we will see them again. And I'm telling you right now, bye-bye.
So with your, what did you do before? Were you on a different Wi-Fi or a different device?
No, bud. I was on my tablet and I switched over to my phone.
Okay. Are you on
still
Wi-Fi
crackly?
right
Am I
now?
still like? Yeah, I'm on my own Wi-Fi.
All right, you have
do you
data,
want me to try to move? Do you want me to try to move somewhere else to the house?
Try to move, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just so it's not so crackly. It is what it is, man. Like, I'm gonna play Franklin's press conference here.
Okay.
Huge play in the game. We only scored 6 points on offense. We scored 7 points on defense against a really, really good team. Are they good on defense? Yes. But do we got to find ways to manufacture?
So we're getting Franklin in right now.
There's no doubt about it. So we didn't get it done. Give them a ton of credit.
He's coming in echoey too. Someday. All right, thanks. Cost 22.
And I open up to questions.
James, on your left.
Cost 22. I don't know his name, but he's.
Did you consider giving the ball to Tyler Warren on any of those plays?
Yeah, we gave the ball to the running back. I think 3 times.
It's echoing a little bit, but that's all right.
The last one. Should we probably have given the ball to Tyler Warren after the plays he made? Yeah, I get the question. I get it.
I'm sure part of the decision to go there on 4th down is that you still have 3 timeouts and you could pin them really deep.
This was like a 5-minute press conference. That was it.
Your defense that had been playing relatively well throughout the game, that it wasn't able to stop them there.
Yeah, not only that, you could get a safety and get the ball back, which puts you in position to win the game. Get a 2-point safety and the ball back, 3 timelouts.
Can you hear that, Jared?
Championship drive right there at the end. We did not play well in an obvious running situation. Did not handle, I think, the fact that the offense didn't score in that situation well.
Hey, Coach Franklin, right here. I know after a win, we hear you talk about, hey, let's enjoy this one for 12 hours. After a loss like today, is the focus, hey, let's look at Washington, or is it let's rest and regroup?
No, we gotta do a great job of making sure we come in tomorrow, make the corrections, but then Sunday night we got to flush it and move on to Washington. We can't allow one.
I'll figure out the audio at some point.
The reality of college football is everything is still ahead of us, and we got to do a great job of making the corrections, eliminating the things that were unforced errors that happened today, and then we got to find a way to get a win next week at home, and everything is still in front of us.
James, can you address some of the pre-snap, post-snap penalties and particularly the one that gave them a first down on their second touchdown drive. What did you see there?
Yeah, jumping off sides in an obvious third down situation. Extended a drive for them, a tackle and standing over a guy, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on a third down stop, extends a drive. Can't do that. Can't do those things. So happened last week, happened again this week. That's on me. We got to be a disciplined football team. We were not disciplined at times today.
Coach, you saw fans throwing things on the field, booing, very frustrated. What's your message to them about today's game?
I understand their frustration. Guys in the locker room are just as frustrated,
Jared, you on your phone?
if not more. But college football has changed, and we have an opportunity moving
Try resetting your phone
to right
and
some
rejoin.
wrongs today.
Is that all right?
We're going to focus on. I get it. We get an unbelievable crowd here. We get unbelievable support. You don't do that without passion. And there's great things that come from that, and there's hard things that come from that. That's part of the job. That's part of the job, and I own it all. I own it all.
James, you mentioned in the last week that Bo Perbula out there can open things up for the running backs today. Katron and Nick seem to have trouble finding that daylight today. Bo had one carry for no yards. Hindsight being what it is, do you think maybe there was an opportunity to get Bo more involved to find that jolt?
Well, I think the plan was to get Bo more involved based on how practice had gone this week with Drew, but we didn't have a whole lot of –
Sorry for the loading, guys.
success when he was in there. So I think that probably played in a part of it. When we didn't have a whole lot of success when he was in there, we got away from it.
James, you can't control the outside, but as far as yourself and evaluating yourself in these big game performances, how do you do that? What significance do you put on a game like today?
Yeah, again, there's nobody that's looking in the mirror harder than I am. I will say this, and I've said it before, 99% of the programs across college football would die to do what we've been able to do in our time here, and that
doesn't matter.
That's all of us. But I also
Such a dumb thing to say.
When you're in a place like Penn State, there's really, really high
I'm not calling him
expectations.
dumb.
When you're in
That's
a place
just
like Ohio State, there's really, really high expectations. I get
You're
it.
right. I want to go 10-2 every year and not win the big game. You're right.
We've looked at all these things really hard. We'll continue to look at these things really hard. There's a lot of things that I had planned on saying when I came in here today, but they are not appropriate to say right now. So I'll hold them till another time.
Hey, Coach, over here. With Abdul Carter's play today, obviously 2 sacks, but also, like you said, the offsides play. What was it like kind of watching and knowing that he could also do great things, but also kind of hurt you in some ways with penalties and other poor plays?
Well, right now, in this setting, I'm going to focus on the positive things he does, and he's an impactful player. We'll make the corrections, in the locker room, and we'll make the corrections in the meeting room, but he's a big-time player. He makes big-time plays consistently. There's things that we got to get cleaned up with all of them, Abdul included.
James, the sequence at the end over here on the side.
Sorry.
At the end of the first half, getting at the 1st and goal and the free, and then that play in the quarter that ended up being an interception. What went into that play call, and what did you see from that play?
What did I see on the play that they overturned to an interception?
Yes.
Drew made a nice throw. We had a chance to come down with the ball. They called it as an incomplete at first. Then they reviewed it.
Kevin Gantz could be a meteorologist.
Yes, he could.
TV got a better idea of how that whole thing played out. There was a ton of 50-50 calls in this game that you could call in either direction. There was a ton of them in this game. The fumble on the sideline in the near arm that goes out at the 2-yard line, obviously, and is called a touchdown. There's a ton of calls, 50-50 calls that could go either way. And in that type of game, they're critical. They're critical. Besides that, I don't have a whole lot more for you. But, obviously turning the ball over in the red zone and getting stopped on downs, 2 turnovers inside the 5, that's really the story of the game.
He just got up and left.
He just got up and left. I know there's a lot of people who probably wish he'd just do that now.
I got this to celebrate. Some good champagne.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so. Gotta drink it anyway. So.
That works, but it's either for celebration or it's getting oaks on.
Yep, that's right. Meteorologists are often wrong. Where's the lie? No, we agree with you, Kevin. Yeah, like you could be a meteorologist or James Franklin, get paid $1 million to be wrong, to fail at my job when it matters most. Yeah, we agree with you. Getting CURW, I'm not sure what he meant there. Spelling errors happen.
Yes, I'm assuming cure. That's where I would go with that.
But yeah, we agree with you, Kevin. Like, yeah, me too. We're too far down the road with Franklin. Sorry to say that. We're too far down the roads. All right, I think he's saying, thank you for the comments, guys. Keep them coming. Yeah. That's why we're on here. I want to get you guys' thoughts. Frack the Hunter said, we're too far down the road with Franklin, meaning he probably won't get fired. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, man, I'm just trying to be realistic about things, which is why I'm wearing red and gray. Ohio State owns Penn State. I mean, and I give them. I'll just say, cute now, CURW. It's pathetic.
Cute. Okay.
Oh, you meant cute. What's
yeah, he meant cute, not.
All right, getting cute. Yeah. Yeah, it is pathetic. You're right, and that's why I'm laughing. But Frack the Hunter said, "Start over." Yeah. I hate it, but it's true. Yeah. Yep. I agree. Yep. Every single year. Hey, we only lost by 7. Yep. It's coaching, man. Yep. 100%. So I'll just say what I'm going to say real quick.
Yep.
It was a joke of a game. I was laughing like the Joker. It's not a happy laugh. I was laughing. It was a pathetic offensive game. The refs were horrendous, but you can't blame the refs. We said that before. I said it last year. I said it this year. The refs are never going to go our way, man. The play calling was horrible. The defense was bad. Like, they weren't good. They were bad. They were bad. They gave up 20 points, or how many points did they give up? 20? They gave up 20 points. They were bad. They gave up too many points. Our offense absolutely sucked. And James Franklin is the head coach. It's his fault. I this is not coming from a place of I'm calm right now somehow. I'm calm. Okay. James Franklin, it's his fault. He's the head coach. It's never going to happen under him. This is not coming from a place of hate for him. He's done a lot of good at this school. I want him to win just as bad as I want it for him just as much as I want it for everyone else. But it's never going to happen under him. It never will, and that's it. So that's it. It was a joke. 1st and goal, don't score. Horrible calls don't go our way. All the credit in the world goes to Ohio State. They're not going to win in the playoff. Like, they're not a national championship team. That's the part that sucks. Is they're not even that good, and we lose again at home on the road. I mean, it's a joke, man. It's a joke. And that's it. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. It's a joke.
But you want to take it a step further?
Yeah, go ahead and talk, Jared. I'm just going to pull up the comments, all right?
Yeah, that's right. But if you want to take it a step further, but again, we are talking about the one and only time he beat him, or beat Ohio State, was the Micah Parsons block and Grant Haley run back. You don't have those two ridiculously rare things happen, you have never beaten Ohio State. Like, James Franklin had if it wasn't for that, he would never have beaten Ohio State. It just always comes down to the big programs, the big games, never winning those games when it mattered. Now, USC, that will always go down as a great comeback win for him. Like, he got over a hurdle with that.
Scoring 3 points. They didn't score a touchdown. An offensive touchdown. That's absolutely pathetic.
Yeah. 6 points.
My goodness.
Offense, that's all he gave us. So, yeah, you know that there's a long season ahead of you. Again, when you have to go into overtime and come back from a team that technically was banged up in USC. So that was a great road victory. You knew how to overcome those hurdles. And then you come home, and then you have a lot of things going because Aller was healthy enough to play. Everything was working for Tyler Warren up until this game. And it's like, what excuse did you have outside of those two things that maybe had occurred? Because, again, you never beat Ohio State, and Aller was kind of banged up. So it's like everything had gone your way for a change. You didn't have any reasons not to go into that game to win. And then you watch what happened. Like, everything that went down with that team offensively was either a big run when your quarterback has more rushing yards than your running backs with Singleton and Lee. That's a big problem. Because, again, play calling just was not there.
Talent, and Drew Aller was handcuffed by the play calling, absolutely. I mean, look, before the half, what the hell was that? Before the half, Franklin's like, yeah, go. You have they had 3 timeouts. It's okay. I have to wonder, man, like, what the coaches are thinking. Like, Franklin, like, go.
Yeah.
I mean, does he want to lose? Honestly, I don't understand it, man. Yeah, but keep going, huh? Yeah.
No, I mean, but you had that 2 big moments happen where the ball should have been our ball when they turned it over, and they said it was an incomplete pass. I really don't care to hear the rules of how many steps you have to take before a ball. When it comes out, it's yours. Like, to me in the moment, that just looks like a fumble, and we should have had that back. And naturally, they called that an incomplete pass. And then, naturally, where you had a gift where Howard fumbles the ball in the end zone. When he was a step away from the end zone, fumbles that ball. You were given a gift, and you take the ball down your side of the field. And then with the most bizarre, like, interception I'm ever going to witness in my life. It's just like everything just goes the other way. Like, there's no other way to explain this. Like, it was borderline just spooky how everything just seemed like it was never happening. Like, it just makes you wonder how much you have over a game in terms of control, because you should have had at least something go your way when things like that happen for you, and then it goes the other way again. It's just not meant to be, dude. I keep bringing up all of the history with Penn State where you have so much great discipline, so much good defensive play, and it's like every time Ohio State comes in, it's like all of it's gone. I don't know what it is. It doesn't even matter what era. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, what was the last time we beat that team? Beat them? Like, what was that, 94? Like, honestly, I'm really trying to look at the time where we placed Ohio State and we just beat them.
99 technically.
Okay. Yeah, you're talking 25 years of basically ownership. I don't even know how we're allowed even in the pool, dude. It is basically like it is Ohio State's community pool, and somehow we think we're allowed to dip our toe in it. And it's just like, obviously, we have no business being in it. I mean, if that's where it comes from, like, we are just constantly thinking that we have things that we're going to be able to be competitive. And again, everything shows that. All the numbers. We constantly look at our stats every year when it comes to quarterback play, running back play, all the schemes, and how many points we give up on defense. And when it comes to playing Ohio State, again, I'm never going to forgive the team having 10-0 and then going 20-3 the rest of the game. like at home. Like that is just unacceptable. That's just unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I picked him to lose. I am surprised. I'm still surprised that we lost. I really am. You know, oops, sorry. Yeah, so I picked them to lose. I am surprised that they lost because Penn State is the better team. They really are. And yeah, they blew it. That's it, man. Franklin or Cost 22 said Franklin was classless for walking out. The execution was so upsetting. Lost it. Yep. At the end of the half was bad. 10-0 lead. I had hope, man. Everything went against the coach who plays not to lose. In 94 we won 63-14. Yep. 99 was 23-13. Yeah. So 99 technically we won, like you were saying.
We won, but I'm saying you see the other score. It's like I'm saying, when was the last time we beat them down? I'm just saying, I would love nothing more than to see a time in my life where I was only 7 at the time. But I'm saying, can we just see a game where Penn State is the better team? It's not a question of can we hang with them. It's not a question of do we look like we belong in any way, shape, or form. It's just constantly this look of like, how you going to blow it this time? Like, now that's what it is. As of this moment, like, I know that we've seen it for 8 straight years, but it just seems like we're a constant, how are we going to lose this time? I mean, that's just what we're all going to be thinking when we go into a Ohio State game. It's like, gee, we could have everything going. The whole team could be decimated. They could bring on, like, the community, of Ohio community to play for their whole team. And I'll wonder who's going to be, like, is it going to be the 95-year-old granny? Is it going to be some goat that they found, like, on the sidewalk? Like, I'm just wondering, how are we going to lose the game? Because it just seems like no matter what they have going,
no matter
or what
what
we have going, they're just not going to be the better team.
So like I said, I'm coming from it. First of all, if you guys are listening, thank you for tuning in. I'm wearing red because Ohio State owns us. I'm sure that makes some of you mad, but you guys understand where I'm coming from. I'm as diehard of a Penn State fan as it gets. Penn State is in my blood, and I'm wearing red right now because why not? But if you guys are listening, we're trying to get to 500 subscribers. Please like, share, subscribe. Subscribe if you haven't. Please comment. Please continue to tune in. I'm trying to get this channel to 500 subscribers and beyond to get monetized. So thank you guys for tuning in and commenting. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. It's good to have everyone on. But yeah, Jared, we literally played down to them today. It's so sad. We had every advantage. And here's another thing too, man. Tyler Warren didn't get the ball. Like, that's another thing. I'm like, I mean, I honestly wonder, is the coaching staff trying to lose the game? And it comes down to Franklin because he's the head coach. And again, this isn't coming from a place of hate, or I'm not the biggest fan of his, but I don't hate James Franklin. I want him to win just as bad as everyone else. Because deep down, he's a Penn State fan. But it's like, are you trying to lose the game? Tyler Warren, every time he touched the ball, he was phenomenal. And they got it to him, like, what, 4 times? The whole game.
Maybe.
Like, they didn't have a single touchdown in the whole game, dude. They always make Ohio State look better than they are. I don't... And this is what's so frustrating, because Ohio State fans are going to talk a lot of crap. They think that we're just a doormat to them, even though it's not true. We always hand them the game, man. We like pretty much every single year, except for the blowouts, we've given them the wins. Rather than them beat us, we lose. It's like we kind of almost hand them the win, and they're lucky to get away with the win. That's a fact of the situation. So
again,
that's the part that's so frustrating, man. And Gus Johnson was so biased; it was unbelievable.
Right.
World famous Ohio State Buckeyes.
The thing I'm talking about with this whole entire season right now is that we have the 12-team setup. This is the only excuse I'm taking, either from Penn State or NCAA, whatever they want to try to give to Ohio State. It is basically, they're the Alabama of North. It is like, heaven forbid they should ever have a 2-loss season or more. It would be unprecedented for all of college football for these two teams to never ever be in the conversation. Could you imagine in a 12-team playoff where Ohio State and Alabama would never be in it? Can you imagine that? Because I can't.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, the referee crew was
basically
definitely not fair. I mean, it was weird, but you can't use that as an excuse.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you just look at like how this entire like landscape is, and it just seems like no matter what is going to occur with college football, Alabama or Ohio State or both have to be in the conversation every single year, no matter what, without fail. Like, I'm just saying, I could never see a time where those two teams are never going to be in the conversation. So it's like NCAA, like whatever's going on in this entire organization, like, are we just basically saying that it's okay to lose a game because we know we're going to be one of the 12 teams and we need to keep Ohio State relevant? Like,
yeah, that's what scares me.
Like, it's just like, can we just not be in this position where it's like, can we not be the team that actually wins something? Like, again, it's always coming down to these decisions, these bad play calling, and everything that James Franklin throws out. It just seems like, well, this wasn't executed properly. That's on, he said it's on me. It's like, we all know it's on you, dude. You don't have to admit it. It's not the question of is it on you. It's a question of why are you not trying to not make it on you?
Yeah, it's also the fact that he said it's on me. I take full ownership. That's bad for him because he's saying this terrible stuff is on me, and it's like, okay, so you're saying you don't have any common sense when it comes to game day? Because he just proved again today that he's a horrible game day coach. I mean, it's common sense stuff, man. It's